G'day folks, now I'm just trying something a little bit different and I'm going to do a demo of a brand new guitar effects pedal that I've just come across. Might actually even do a series of videos on inexpensive musical gear because like a lot of you out there, I love making music, but I don't have that much money to spend on a lot of high-end stuff. So I'm going to start by talking about one very inexpensive pedal that I got just recently, and that is the Pigtone English Man Distortion. Now let me start by saying that I purchased this with my own money. This is no way a sponsored video or paid promotion. I'm doing this because I really like this particular unit and I just haven't seen anyone talking about it on YouTube as yet. And also, this could be a bit of fun. So for those of you who hate the talking in demo videos, I'll put a comment below to timestamp when I stop yammering and start playing. Well, let's have a look at this thing. There's the box. Yeah, fairly busy kind of graphics on the box there. Bit of shrink to fit sort of thing going on. Musical notes, so you know it's a musical device. It's a red pedal, which I kind of like. Don't have a lot of red pedals. It's a proper sized pedal too. It's not a mini, and it's got a nice aluminium alloy case, which is very substantial. It feels good, feels solid. Oh, and it's got a 9-volt, one of those 9-volt battery adapters. So we're a winner before we even start. Like, these things are great. It's so handy. I was actually going to send off, not just recently, to get some of these. And these Pigtones come with this little adapter. So if you've got a pedal board and you've used up all your leads that lead into the power supply, and you've got an extra pedal that doesn't have a battery in it, these little battery adapters are absolutely brilliant. So, as I say, winner before we even begin. Let's have a little look at it. Graphics are a bit random, I suppose is the word we could use. You could have a look at this. It's got English Man, kerning's a bit off, centering's a bit off. There's a sort of horned kind of Aleister Crowley kind of figure there. But that's got to do with Englishman. And true bypass, which is all very important to write, and it's one word here. Anyway, we should plug it in, but probably before we do, the best thing is to consult the little user's manual they give you in the box and have a look at that. Alright, let's have a look at what it says. It's got Schwarzenegger user manual. I don't know what that's got to do with anything. Classic distortion. Oh, it's an English Man distortion. This is a digital delay effect, which is a new technology product, bringing you clear and clean sound. Well, I haven't got off to a great start here. Okay, I'm just confused. We'll move on. Okay, have a look at this. Input jack. Number 1, input jack. Here it is. That cord hanging from your guitar goes here. Oh, okay. Well, that's pretty clear. That cord you've got hanging from your guitar doing nothing goes here. Yeah, okay. Can live with that. That's good. 2, pedal switch. This switch goes between pedal being on or off. Yeah, self-explanatory. 3, power input, 9V DC, da-da-da. 4, output jack. This where you plug your cable to your amp. This where you plug your cable to your amp. So that cord was hanging from your guitar, now it's suddenly a cable, but you know what it does, that's all right. 5, check indicator. This little light tells you if you are about to rock. Oh, I like that. Now I like that. That's great. I like that a lot. They got 6, 7, 8 tone, pres. All the best. Anyway, that's all cool. Ready to go. Very good. So we need to learn more about knobs. So now we come to the knob introduction. Everything you want to know about knobs. Fana. Okay. All right, first we've got level. This knob adjusts the effect level. Set the knob so that there is no difference in volume between the effect sound and the direct sound of the guitar. Set the knob so it's no difference in volume between... No, I'll do what I like, actually. Sorry, thanks for your advice, but I'll set the volume where I want to set it. It's kind of like telling me what to do. Like, it sold me the pedal, it's mine now, but it's trying to tell me... It's a bit like when you 13 or 14 and you're in the bath and your mum catches you in the middle of a certain activity and you just say, well, sorry mum, it's mine and I'll wash it as fast as I want to. You know, some people have just got to learn when to let go. So I've got drive. This knob adjusts the distortion. This knob adjusts the distortion of the effector. Turn drive clockwise to increase the distortion. Please set drive according to actual needs. Again, it's having difficulty letting go. You have sold this pedal to me now. I will set it wrongly if I want to. It's my pedal. Anyway, we'll move on. Tone. This knob adjusts the balance. Turning tone clockwise will produce a sharp sound with enhanced high pitch, and turning it counterclockwise will produce a soft sound with weakened high pitch. It's tone control. Press. Now press, I'm assuming, could be presence. Press. This knob adjusts the thrust of the effector. Turn press clockwise to increase the thrust. It's a little bit, yeah. Please set press according, there it goes again. Please set press according to actual needs. All right, I've had enough. It's time we plug this thing in. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually demo it using a single coil pickup, which happens to be a Fender Stratocaster, and then I'll try a P90 style pickup, and then eventually a Humbucker. And I know the drill. I have to demonstrate the clean tone before anything, because otherwise I get banished to the depths of some, far forsaken island like St. Helena, hanging out with Napoleon, whatever. But here we go. Here's the Strat. Yeah, there's some pedals you get, you kind of get it straight away. They speak to you, or you feel it. Others, you have to work with a bit. This one, like from the first chord, it's this chunky, like Marshall stack overdrive, great sound. Very full, satisfying is the word. The Aussie rock guitar legend Lobby Lloyd had a great expression. He said, chew up the room sound. That's what I get. It's just satisfying. It's beefy and chunky. And what's really interesting is that I'm playing at what I would consider bedroom level. So what that means is, if you've got a door shut, other people in the house could probably hear you, but it's not going to bother them. And yet at bedroom level, this thing is feeding back with this creamy harmonic feedback. I'd hate to think what this sounds like loud. It's great. All right, well, we're just going to have to try it, dialing back the drive a bit. But, just over 12 o'clock levels. This is sounding pretty good already. So with a little bit less drive or distortion, it's supposed to be a distortion pedal, but it's suspiciously sounding like an overdrive in some ways. You can hear that's a crunchier sound. It's just great. This is just made for that hard rock blues tone. So I'm going to even roll back that drive even more, and subsequently I'm going to increase the tone and presence. So now I'm going to virtually roll the drive back to 1, really, and the presence and tone will have to be up. I'll start with the neck pickup, and then I'll give an example with the bridge pick, and then we'll move on to the P90s. Okay, now I'm going to play guitar which has got P90 style pickups. It's a very inexpensive guitar. It's a brand called Artist Guitars. It's an Australian company. They use Chinese or Korean parts and they assemble them here. Very interesting company. They don't distribute to any stores and they don't advertise, so they keep their costs quite low, and their instruments are very inexpensive, but they're pretty good. And this one is a weird hybrid of a kind of Jazzmaster and a Jaguar. It's called a Grungemaster, which is an incredibly lame name, but I like it a lot. I think it's a great little instrument. I'm going to do exactly the same thing. I'm going to have the same settings. You're going to hear same settings all round with this P90 style guitar. Obviously it's a fatter tone, it's a hotter pickup. Well, let's try it rolling back the drive and again compensating by bringing the tone and the presence knobs up. Once again, we'll roll it right back to almost like 1 with the presence and tone knobs up. So as you can hear, it's fairly fat, distorted sound, even roll right back. Well, this is going to be a real test. We're going to try a Humbucker. And again, it's an Artist guitar. This is a Les Paul style guitar by Artist. All right, let's go for it. turn up that drive to full. Listen to this. See how we go. Dial back the drive, the more chunky kind of overdrive sound. Go for even less overdrive now, I think. We'll give this a crack. Okay, we're going to dial it back to almost nothing, like the 1 setting with the full tone and full presence, and see how that sounds. So still a very hot sound, even with the drive at virtually 0. So it is probably a distortion pedal. Is it an overdrive pedal? It's hard to say. A bit like how a big muff, is it a fuzz or is it a distortion? This is the other end of the scale. Is this a distortion or is it an overdrive? To me, it just has such a 70s hard rock tone. There's not a lot to this pedal. It doesn't have much tonal range. You can't do a lot with it. It's a one-trick pony, but that one trick is pretty damn good, especially for the price. And so much so that I'm thinking, and I'm not a slide player, so I'm going to embarrass myself here, but I'm going to, while I've got the Les Paul thing out, give it a crack with a bit of slide, see what that sounds like. Oops. All right, I'm going to try with the neck pickup now. See if that's any better or worse. So there you go, folks. That's the Pigtone English Man Distortion pedal. I think it's an intriguing unit. It's got that Marshall stack in a box. It's got the 70s hard rock, blues rock sound. It doesn't do a lot. It has no real range to it. It sort of does one thing well, but it does it very well. Look, I'm going to do a follow-up video where I use this in a recording where I'm going to layer a whole bunch of guitars in a track. And yeah, that could be a bit of fun. Hope you've enjoyed this. If you did, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Do the like thing, hit that bloody bell, whatever. Dislike it because I talk too much. People hate that, so there's going to be dislikes galore. Anyway, have fun, and hope I've enlightened.